This is the second cheap Wi-Fi access point repeater, whatever that I bought. This was like $5 or $6, and I managed to take it apart. So I stability tested it, and it works really well. It doesn't drop the connection almost ever. When my very expensive TP-Link big 4 antenna router, it drops the connection like at least 4 times up to 10 times a day. This dropped it once, I think, in 5 days. So, and even that might have been my fault. So, yeah, this is a really cheap, really stable thing. The single complaint is about the download speed, which is around 20 megabits per second with my phone. On N standard, the theoretical maximum should be 75 on one antenna, or if you have a device with multiple antennas, then 150. So there's a big difference between 150 and 20. So yeah. But I got to give it to it. It's stable. And the upload speed is around 50 megabits per second with the same phone. That's standard with most routers I tried. My phone. Other phones work better, which have more antennas and stuff. But yeah. So let's see what processor it has. Let's zoom in or something. It's a MediaTek MT70 7620 dBn. Yeah, some thing here for the LAN port, which is, oh, it has all the pins, but I think it must be just fast Ethernet. We have a version here, I think. Here, SH2048. What else do we have here? The four LEDs, a quartz crystal, WPS button, reset button, and here comes the power supply. And the interesting thing is that there are more pins here on the PCB. RX, TX, these are usually for USB connection or something. I don't know exactly. Uh, Here are the antennas. You can see this part of the PCB is the antenna. And I think these pads are left here bare so you can solder on a bigger antenna. So I think I'm going to try that because this stable router is worth it. I mean router. Basically it's a router but access point, repeater, whatever. I'm going to try putting on a bigger antenna because this works so stably, dependably, and only slightly hot that yeah. Can I find out which one is the download and which one is the upload? Because I really only need to fix the transmitter, the one that is responsible for download. If I can up that speed, then it's perfectly fine for home use, at least for me. So yeah, two antennas here, and both have those pads where I can hopefully solder some bigger antennas. And on the other side, let's see. Yeah, nothing very interesting, just the LAN port soldered. I can't tell which traces go where. Maybe this is gigabit because all of them are connected, all eight. Huh. That's interesting. How many feet does this have? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe just four. Who knows? Okay. So I'm not going to take out the power supply. This seems like the standard AC DC converter. Uh, yeah, wireless and repeater, MAC, pin, serial number, IP, made in China, password. Yeah, so it's not as impressive inside. I mean, it's impressive in the sense that this top part, this is a very high quality board. At least it seems like it. Bought from like 6 years ago or 10 years ago, when the end standard was the best end standard with 75 megabits on each antenna. So this is still usable, I think. Very easy to configure, and yeah, maybe I'll make another video with modding it with bigger antennas, and yeah, maybe I want to replace the power supply. It's probably 5 volts, and give it like a battery or something, a backup battery, power bank, whatever, and make this my main router. Yes, router to connect to my cell phone. So when the internet goes down, maybe even the power, I can connect this wirelessly to my phone, and the LAN gets internet through the this port, and both my computers and everything connected to it. So yeah, this can be very practical still, and for $5 or $6, it's a no-brainer. Just get one of these if you want uh, like video calls and email and YouTube, and nothing like 4K or something. Just the basic needs for internet, for stable internet, I might add. So yeah, maybe you'll see this in other videos. Oopsie, hope I didn't break it. So yeah, maybe you'll see it in the next video.